Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another stream. And we have Malin with us. Yay!
Hi, hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm so happy that you could make it. This
I'm
makes me
so
very
glad
happy.
that I get to hang out, like Stieg always says, get to hang out with my friend on stream while being productive. That's just the best.
Hmm, exactly. And it's like, to me, it's a reason not to cancel the stream last minute as well. Because it's just like, oh, I
Because you're
told
like,
Malin we were streaming, so now I have to.
you can always, I will never be mad if you're like, I really can't today, or
You
just,
can tell me that. I will use that as an excuse to be lazy.
well, not as a reason to be lazy, but as a, so you know if something's come up or you're ill or
Mhm.
you're not feeling good or whatever. That's always okay.
Oh, yeah. Still, I'm glad for the extra little bit of accountability.
Yay.
We have a couple of people. We have Keiko here. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, hang out around a bit before watching a gaming stream. I'm unfortunately sick, so no
Oh,
writing for 2 days now. I'm sorry.
sorry to hear that.
And we also have Steeg. Hi, Steeg. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm a bit out of touch with what you're working on at the minute. I know you finished your last project, but I don't know what
Um,
you've done since.
I am still working on it, but the revisions now. So, um, rules of
Is that
survival.
still Rules of Survival?
Yes. Well, I mean, I only finished the first draft, Marta. How quick do you think I am?
Well, I thought you were gonna take a break, and then you
I
didn't,
did.
and then
I
you
didn't work on
promised
it
another
in.
break.
I did not work on it in December at all. I didn't touch
Ah,
it once in the whole month of December. I promise. Swear.
I definitely believe that.
I didn't even have it with me when I went home for Christmas or anything. I was like, no. In December, I did outline for Act 3 of Knights of Death because I was trying to fix it. So I fixed the outline, but I didn't get to writing it. So now that I have taken an actual break, I then reread myself and put so like when I had done my reread, I just put handwritten notes everywhere, like little side notes.
Mm.
And I put sticky tabs throughout all of this at the beginning of the month to know what they were talking about. So I've got like a category that's like, this is more about the plot or add a scene or delete something or whatever. Then I have one that's like continuity, consistency, because so that's like my green ones at the bottom. There's a lot of them. And then my main ones are tech, world building, and people, like wiki. So like keeping track of what I've said about characters. And that's what I'm currently doing. So I've been transferring everything onto my Notion and putting notes into digital format so that I can have a fuller world build for this and I can keep track of what I've decided. This is called this or this does this, but I can't do that. Like all of these little details, because as I was writing, I made up some stuff that then wasn't consistent from the beginning to the end. And I just needed to make sure that I have like a database of that. So when I get back to it, it makes sense. So that's what I'm doing.
I mean, that is so funny to me because I want to do something similar with this draft, but
Yeah.
I'm on draft 6 and you're on draft 2, so like I feel like maybe I should be have done this earlier in the
I
process.
don't think there's a wrong time to do it,
Hmm.
especially so like for me, this is a standalone and it's my only true standalone. Like I don't actually have a vision of other books in the same universe yet, right? So this is
Yet.
just an actual standalone. So that's why it's useful for me to do this as draft two. But I have other books where I never really properly did a world build from them. And I'm like, actually, I'm going to reuse the same universe or some of the characters or whatever. I need to keep track of what I've said so that I can use that in other books. Then I wouldn't care when I do that. It's more about for the future writing novels,
Mm.
right? I mean, that's how
Yeah.
I see it.
No, that makes sense. And to be fair, where I'm feeling like I kind of need to have that database and like all of that information, it's really because I'm working on the second book and I'm like, I can't remember what I saw in the first book, so I'm
Then you
kind
do
of
need
trying
to
to do
do
that.
that. Then you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I want to work on. And also, I have been filming videos in advance at the moment so that I have like several that are already filmed and all I need to do is edit them so that I can publish one a week. And actually, I think I had a scheduled one that just went up. So
Ooh.
it's I've filmed one earlier, which will be the first episode in Notion for writers. So I did film that earlier today, and I will film I think one or two more today if I can, and then that way I have like more for like the next 3 weeks.
That sounds so like organized and productive.
It's January. We'll see how this holds up in Feb. We'll see how this holds up the rest of the year. Let's be honest. We all have really good intentions at the beginning of the year. Don't know if they continue happening the rest of the year, but that's the goal. That's the plan, is trying to be a little bit more organized with YouTube. But yeah, these are the two
Yeah.
things I'm working on. What about
I
you?
feel like I tried to do something similar with the like pre-filming videos last year. So because I was starting a new channel, I tried to like make a bunch of videos in advance.
Yeah.
And all of those in advance videos that were supposed to be like for when I need them ended up being posted in January. And then I never managed to catch up on anything ever again.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. So ask me in Feb how I'm doing.
I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna be working on the reread of my first book in the series today. I was considering doing the whole like world building wiki type thing during the reread,
That makes
but I
sense.
think what I've decided is because I wanna like it's been a year since I've touched this book, like I do just wanna read it as a reader and not
Yeah.
be doing a bunch of stuff in parallel. So I'm just reading it and taking notes, and then when I do like a line pass through it, I will be doing
Yes.
a wiki in parallel to that. That
Which
feels
makes sense as well, because you do sometimes need a read that is just like, how would I read this as a reader and not the writer of this? And it's difficult to do both at the same time. Like, it's just impossible. If your
yeah.
brain is like focused on trying to make notes or remembering stuff, then you're not really reading it the same way.
Exactly. So I'm just having a cozy reading session today, basically. Not much work.
Nice. Nice. I hope you enjoy your own book.
I hope so too. It's been weird because I started rereading it in early January, and I'm only 9 chapters in, but I still stopped to do something else in between. And I feel like this is the slowest time I've ever read it. But it's also like I've just had a lot of on my plate this month. I don't
Fair.
think it's because the book is boring me, but also like the fact that I'm reading it so slowly is like, is it like not good?
Maybe
Is it
take
not
notes of
motivating me to read?
just take note of when you're taking a break, if that's like something that's concerning you. And then you can always go back and be like, was I taking a break because nothing was happening around this time and I was a little bit bored of it? Or was I just taking a break because I generally had other stuff to do and then I couldn't get back to it?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a combination of both realistically, but I
Yeah,
have been like keeping track of while I'm reading and stuff, so
that makes sense.
hopefully I'll be okay.
Hopefully.
I mean, also if I get you to read it at some point, you can tell me.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see what people are doing. Skeek is just doing some housekeeping before the first sprint, so I can focus on cleaning up Act 1 of my novel. So exciting.
Nice.
And Keiko says, I think I should clean my house. To be honest, I also need to clean my house, but not during a writing stream. I will do that later. I wanted to do that over the weekend because work was kicking my butt this week, but meh, now sick. Yeah, cleaning while sick is not a good idea. And Skeek did scene 3 earlier today while at a cafe, hoping to get through scene 4 during the sprint, which is the last of the setup scenes before the catalyst in scene 5. Exciting.
I love that he was working at a cafe. It's just so like romanticizing the act of writing. I feel like it's just very, you're writing in a cafe. I love it.
I know, it sounds so good. I feel like I was really doing that a lot like in autumn because it was just like perfect, like nice weather to actually leave the house and go to a cafe, and now it's too cold. It's like,
Yeah, although it is
too
sunny
far
today.
away.
I mean, I'm actually getting some sun, but I mean, on the right side I have sun, on the left side I have dark clouds. So I don't actually know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get back into the habit like when all of my busyness in January is over though.
Yeah, maybe
going to
it is
cafes
like a
again.
spring. I do like springtime when it starts getting nice to be like, oh, let's go outside and write.
Well, spring is like my favorite writing season. It's so fun.
Yes.
Keika says, but I'll try setting up my Notion reading board for 2026. I haven't done that yet. I feel like I started doing 2026 planning and then stopped halfway and haven't touched it since. I should probably finish that at some point as well. I tracked there how many books I read / DNF'd and which ones in a month. Last year was not a lot of books.
I feel like I had way too many books last year, but 3/4 of them were rereads or really easy, like Kindle Unlimited type of books. And that's why I completely changed my goal and was like, oh, my goal is more read 25 books that I'm like, oh, this is a little bit more difficult. It's not a reread. This has more, this is not a trashy alien romance, which love it, but something else than that. And I feel like that helps me focus on having more diverse reads as well throughout the year.
I love that. Also, it looks like you actually accomplished that, like your number goal for books from
It
last year.
was, I think I read 26 of those last year in the end, only because I did 2 buddy reads towards the end of the year. Otherwise, I was going to be one short. But it was like right until the very last week in December, managed to fit in 2 more books.
Well, that still counts.
It counts. It counts.
Do you want to do a little 45-minute sprint?
I love that you're saying a little 45.
I'm sorry, a standard sized 45
A
minutes.
standard size 45 minutes from you, please. Yes, thank you. And also, I don't think you said while we were live, because we talked about this earlier, but if people are aware, there is the Blank Page Tavern that will be starting in an hour. And hopefully this will be timed perfectly so you guys can have our second 45 sprint during it. And you can still hang out with us when we're yapping.
Yeah, hopefully, like, we moved the stream up a little bit, so hopefully it's not too much of a clash either. It's just like the second hour, but we'll see. Yeah. It's also like if people want to work, they can work. If people want to watch D&D, they can go over there.
Yeah, very different styles of streams.
Exactly. We're gonna be doing Malin's absolutely beautiful winter snow cabin timer that I'm obsessed with. And see you in 45 minutes.
Yay.
I love the footsteps.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh my god, the timing was like so tight. I was just finishing my conclusion because I was filming and I was like, shit, the timer, it says 30 seconds left. But
Well,
on time.
if you're late, I know that you're filming, so it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
But still, I wouldn't like if we were streaming with a bunch of other people, I would be like, okay, fine, like someone else can chat. But I don't want to leave my one co-host by herself when I'm the only other co-host there.
Well, normally I'd be streaming by myself anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Still, I would feel bad, but I managed to anyway. I did film the conclusion. I think I might refilm it though, because there's some things I didn't say I wanted to say, but I did film my first conclusion.
Was that for the vlog?
No, this one is I'm making a video about like all the things I learned writing 130,000 words in 2025, and basically sort of like general tips to write more words in the year.
I love that. I'm so excited for all of your videos coming up.
Thank you.
Are you trying to post weekly this year then? So I feel like that's not something you've done before.
I am trying. Again, ask me in Feb. But in January, I have so far been posting every single Sunday. So trying to keep it up and trying to keep that momentum going. And we'll see where we get to in a month.
I love that for you. I feel like I'm doing the opposite this year, where I'm no longer trying to post every second week, but like just film when I feel like it a bit more.
Yeah,
So
I feel
it's
like
we're swapped.
that was probably more what I was doing last year. That's true. And I kind of just realized I can't do vlogs every week. That's just not for me. And I see people who do that and I'm very impressed. Like when you see like a weekly vlog, like I can't do that because that requires so much more effort. But when I have pre-filmed videos that are more like my writing tools or things like that, these are more like they're quicker to edit, they're quicker to put together, and so it doesn't require as much effort as a full vlog with all the b-roll footage and everything. So I'm trying to do more of these and see if that works for me, and if I find out that it doesn't, then I'll stop. But this is an experiment, let's say.
Well, I love it. I'm excited for all of your videos.
Thank you. How did you do during the sprint?
I read through a chapter and a half.
Pretty good.
I am thinking that the start of this book needs picking up the pace a bit. I think every other time that I've read it, I've read like, because it's divided into 9 parts.
Yeah.
So I always kind of like read one part per day, and like I finish it in 9 days, and then I go onto editing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm reading it more the way I read it now, which is like one chapter every few days, or at least that's how I read when I'm reading casually. And at that pace, it just feels too slow.
Interesting. Which is why it's so useful to actually try and read like a reader to see how a reader would feel. Yeah.
But I also don't really know what to do about it without breaking the entire structure that I have. But I don't know.
I mean, for now, you don't really need to do anything because all you're doing is reading it, except take notes and be like, I felt like it was too slow around there, or like just take notes of how you feel as a reader about it and your pacing and where you, like the spots where you think it could be improved. I don't know.
Yeah, because like
it's so hard to gauge. Like I find it really hard to gauge pacing as like the writer of it.
Yeah, like I was just finishing chapter 11, which I started reading yesterday, and I then skipped on to chapter 12, and it's just like, oh, chapter 12 is like noticeably better and like actually pulling me in, whereas everything before kind of wasn't.
Yeah.
It was, but not as much.
Well, you should also make notes of the stuff that works and the things that you're like, oh my god, I actually really enjoyed this chapter. I have tried to do that this time around when I was rereading myself and taking notes. There's some spots where I would be like, oh, I really like this, and I would leave a heart to be like to be like remind myself that I don't just have criticism of myself. Obviously, now that I'm trying to find one, oh, there we go. I was like, I can't find a single heart. Here, I left myself a little heart on that page.
I love that.
Just because I think it's also helpful to remember for yourself, like, oh, I'm actually proud of this, or I like this, and keep it that way, or, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how our friends did. I think I missed a couple of cake comments from earlier. The thing is, I'm also very much a mood reader slash theme reader, which correlates with my writing. Like, if I'm into high fantasy this month, I read all high fantasy. So I can't really plan ahead for that. Plan that stuff ahead. If I'm not in the mood to read that book, I'm not reading it. Yeah, I like people that do like TBRs and like just plan what they're gonna read. Like,
I can't.
it's cool and stuff, but I could never. I need to pick out the next book that I'm gonna read when I want to read it.
And also because you don't know how you're going to be feeling at the end of a book. Like, I feel like sometimes finishing a book, I'm like, that was great, but I could not read another thriller or something. Or like, I need something lighter in between two of these or whatever it is. And I can't predict that until I finish the book. So,
Or even like this ending hit so hard, I just need to sit with it for a week and not pick up another book for a little while.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that happens too.
We gained the Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you. And we also lost the Keiko. Bye, Keiko.
Bye, Keiko.
Skeek finished the housekeeping, my daily Sudoku, and posted to my author Instagram.
Nice.
I'm not sure I've even seen your author Instagram yet.
What? I have seen it.
I mean, I don't log into Instagram more than once a month.
Okay.
But yes. Or I think I might have seen it, but there was nothing on it yet, potentially.
I think I saw something recently. Oh, there is a story. It's Author Steak Dirtle. I think that's the author Instagram. Yes.
I'm not actually logged into Instagram on this laptop.
Oh.
I'll figure it out later.
You can sort it later.
I've had this laptop for months. Like, that's how little I use Instagram.
I know when you got this laptop because I was there the first day that you used it.
I know. What? I'm sorry.
Big
Steve.
fan.
It's not
Terrible.
you. It's Instagram. Also, Steve loves your writing tools video.
Thank you. I'm glad you loved it.
I enjoyed it too. I need to like pick a writing craft book. I have to use this voucher. I think I have a couple more weeks, but like I need to pick what I'm gonna buy and then just go in and order a bunch of books. And
Yeah,
buy them
is
before
it?
my voucher expires.
It's a Waterstones voucher, isn't it?
Yes, it does a couple of other things as well, but Waterstone's where I actually use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think you recommended the Writing Genius one.
Story Genius? I would
Story
never
Genius.
recommend. No, that would not be me. I hated that book. So definitely
Maybe
not.
I just have a terrible memory.
I liked my top three are probably
Story Grid.
the story grid, but it's big. I don't know if they even have it. It's this size.
Wow, that is chunky.
Chunky book. That one, the character arcs one by Kim Wayland, and the Save the Cat, but I think you don't like Save the Cat, so I would not recommend that for you.
Yeah, I've only gotten through the first act of it.
Yeah, then I don't think it's for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But Stig had other books that I think he read with other people that are slightly less crafty and more like interesting for the writing craft. I think there was like something about birds.
Bird by Bird, I've actually read that one.
Okay, you've read that one.
I didn't hate it at the time, but I'm not sure that before me now either. Like I read it like 15 years ago or something.
I would go back to, the video that Stig did of ranking all of them.
Yes, I've been meaning to watch that and take notes.
Because then you can see the final ranking and decide, ooh, that would be good for this. That would be good for that.
I'm also wondering if because you say I don't like Save the Cat, which I kind of didn't, but also I'm wondering if it's just a matter of reading craft books on Kindle feeling weird, like if maybe I had the physical version to like stick things and annotate and write stuff on post-its, if I would actually like it better that way.
Yeah, that could be it as well. But it could just be not the right structure for you. In which case, actually, I wonder if Story Genius could be good for you, because I feel like it's almost sitting slightly opposite of Save the Cat as a method. So because I'm more of a, I love Save the Cat and that works for me. Story Genius doesn't work for me. And I feel like maybe if Save the Cat doesn't work for you, Story Genius would work for it. Because a lot of people do like it. It's just not for me or Stieg. We both did not like it. But also,
Right.
one thing I didn't like about it, and that's just the way that my mind works, is I just didn't like the way the author writes it because it feels very prescriptive. It was very like, you should do this and you should do that. And it was like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. So
I mean, that's actually what I didn't like about Save the Cat, that it's also very prescriptive. So if
oh,
you
I
like
didn't
Save the
feel that
Cat,
way
then
about it.
like,
But okay, yeah, fair.
I don't know, like the first chapter was just like, oh, even if you're not aware of this, you're probably using this method
Then
already. Like, fuck you,
then
no,
I
I'm not.
think you will like the tone of the story grid much better. But it's not for the same goal. Like story grid is for editing, right? So if you want a
Mm.
tool for revising and editing, it's great for that. The other ones are obviously for drafting and outlining. So they're different times in the crafting process. Actually, I'm still going to make a video about my favorite craft books at some point.
Yes, please, if you could do it in the next 2 weeks, that'd
I'm
be
not
great.
going to be able to do it in the next 2 weeks, Marla. It's
Well,
not
why
possible.
not?
Because I have a plan and I've lined them up now.
You wouldn't change your plan for me? I thought we were friends.
I can't. I don't have it in me to film another video today.
I'm just kidding, don't worry. I really appreciate all your recommendations.
Oh, thank you. But yes, I would go back to that video Steve did of the ranking because then you have all of them in there.
Yes.
At least she follows you on Insta.
What?
It's the last comment from Steve. At least she follows you on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure I follow Steak as well. Because I
But
saw
do you-
that you'd followed me, so I followed you back, but I don't think I've seen any of your posts.
Fake fan.
I mean, I also have it set up so that all posts get blocked unless I specifically go into someone's page to look for them. Because I just had a really bad Instagram addiction at some point, and like it's just better for me not to use it.
I mean, if you don't, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Also, I know I was on that video, Steve, but you read all of the craft books. I only read like 70% of those. You read every single one that you're talking about in this video, so you have more knowledge about them than I do. That's what I mean. Sorry.
I feel like I've fallen really behind on comments. But yeah, I'm soon purging my personal Instagram page of people I haven't met in person, so I'm trying to promote my author Instagram so that everyone I've met in the last 6 to 7 years I've been on authortube and Discord. Sounds like a great idea. Can find and follow me. No, that would not be me. I think that was about the book.
Story Genius. Because we both had, like, when we had the discussion about it, we both were like, not for me. So, that's so funny.
I think I remember that. I think I was in not all of the stream because I was probably late, but I think I listened to some of it.
Yeah, that's very possible. And like, again, a lot of people in the comments were like, oh, it was for me. And I was like, that's fine. It's just not my vibe.
What craft topic am I interested in? I honestly don't know. I've never read a craft book that I actually liked, but I'm trying to find one.
Then I think you should really read Character Arcs by K.M. Whalen because
I've
one.
tried.
Oh, do you not like that one?
That
one is
wasn't
anti-prescriptive. She's so chill about it.
It was.
Marta, what is your problem with craft
I
books?
don't know. I think. I actually didn't hate that one. It just didn't feel useful at the time because I was reading it. I'd already brainstormed out my main character and like all of their plotline, and I was trying to brainstorm some of my characters' personalities while reading that. And the first like 3 chapters or so was super useful, and after that, I'd gone too much into like how they're gonna develop through the story, and it just felt far too much detail than what I needed, so I stopped reading it. And I don't think
Then
it interested me enough to go back to it at any point, but maybe I will at some point.
Might I suggest you buy something else than a craft book with your voucher?
Yes, but I also don't read like. I just don't read physical books. I read on Kindle. This voucher's not useful to me.
Do you have anywhere you could? No.
The other option I had was like art books potentially, so I was gonna do a bit of both. But
art books could be cool, or even just like coffee table type of books, like books that are artsy that you want to own because they're beautiful and you want to have them. I love books like that. Like my personal favorites. Oh, these are heavy. This is one which is called Witchcraft.
Ooh, that's
fucking stunning, isn't it? And this is a whole collection of them. I don't think it's on Waterstones though, but they might. It's the Library of Esoterica, it's called, and they have a bunch, like you can see. That's the name of the collection. And it's so beautiful inside.
I love it.
So this is one. And the other one, is Mythical Beasts. Look at it.
Wow.
So pretty. It also has some
I
art
need to
inside.
make you bigger for this.
Oh, this is beautiful. And it also has like some cool art inside. But this is more like a glossary sort of mythical beasts, and you have like things like this to illustrate, like this.
I love it.
You know? So I'm just saying, maybe a beautiful book that could be stunning in your house, and that you could be like, I will refer to it every couple of years, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. I really like the idea of having writing craft books and having them annotated and like actually using them. But every time I try, it's just like, nope.
Yeah. I think if you're not loving craft books in general, you might just buy a book and then be disappointed in it and then be like, why did I buy this?
Yeah, fair enough. Everything Malin says is always gospel. If you don't like Save the Cat, maybe Story Genius, we've talked about that already. Nothing like having to run off just as the sprint ends. Aww, bye Crystal. Or creating character arts, we talked about that one as well. I might try and reread this one at some point.
Maybe you're right, and it is, if it was in Kindle format, and maybe you would enjoy it more physically. I don't know.
And this could be a contender for physical because I didn't hate the first 3 chapters.
There you go. It might just be read it at the right time for when you're working on something.
Yeah. But also the story grid that you suggested, like I am currently revising, so...
Yes, but it is chunky, and going through it feels like going through an academic course. I will just say this.
But that sounds up my alley, though.
Okay.
I think.
And I do like his tone, because he's very much like, this might work for you as a method, it might not, blah, 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 you know? And I'm like, yes, that's the tone I like.
Did you do a stream on that book at some point with Steve?
Yeah, we definitely did.
I might have to go and check that one out at some point.
Yeah.
Ew, I won't have a craft book, tell me what to do, that sounds awful.
Agreed.
Yes, I do follow Malin on Instagram and Skeek. You made that video together, we talked about this. Skeek does have 2 accounts. My personal account and my author account. As I said, I'm about to boot people I haven't met in real life from my personal Insta. Fair enough. I'm praying to God that Luisa Crone never sees that video.
It's the Story Genius author.
I think
we went in on it. We were like, fucking hated it.
Refused to be Done by Matt Bell. Ooh, I think I heard you talk about that one as well.
That's one I didn't read, and I do remember everyone who read it loved it.
That's a girthy coffee table book.
Yeah, but that's what vouchers are for.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe you're just not that into craft books. But I want to be, Skeek.
Don't force yourself to be.
But if I try enough times to force myself to be, maybe one time I will.
I don't think this is how that's going to work out, Marta.
Why are you killing my dreams, Malin? I just want to be a craft book girly.
I mean, you're wanting to be a craft book girly is the equivalent of me watching all those videos of people doing cool bullet journals and be like, I want to be a bullet journal girly, and then trying it for 1 month and realizing how much effort it requires and stopping after like 3 days. So if you're not, you're not. And it's cool to still enjoy other people doing it and watch them if you want to watch, you know, like having the living vicariously through them. I love doing that with bullet journal videos. I love watching them. I know it's not for me. I'm not going to try again.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I will just buy a bunch of art books. Steve did refuse to be done with Becca, and I want to be a digital artist, but it's not happening. Well, it might happen. Talking about wanting to do things that are not happening, do we want to sprint? That was a terrible segue, but I tried.
Yes, love the terrible segues. They're my favorite.
I mostly meant it in the sense of like wanting to publish a book and it's not happening, but actually it also works in the sense of we're not currently sprinting.
True, we actually do need to do something in order for it to happen.
Exactly.
I guess.
Like, we need to actually work on our books if we want to publish books.
Steve says he's the same as me. He loves Bujo vids, but would never Bujo himself. And I get it. I get it. It's so much commitment.
Also, no, it might not. I'm guessing that was still about art. But it could. I think at this point I have realized that I'm never gonna be good enough at digital art to actually make my own book covers and be happy with them, but I can still make character art and be happy with it. So
I mean, art in particular is one that is just literally you need to practice as much as you can in order to progress, and there's actually no other secret than that whatsoever. So you just have to continue.
oh yeah, it's more of a matter like I don't spend enough time
Yeah,
to progress.
same.
And I don't think I want to prioritize it enough to get to that point.
Oh, is it me? Did I disappear? No, you're back. I don't know if it was me, but there was a moment where everything was frozen, or you were frozen.
I don't know. I was just saying I don't think I'm gonna like I'm willing to put in that much time into art at this point.
Yeah.
I still want to improve, just to improve enough to be able to make my own book covers by the time I want to publish my books. Would require me to basically just work on art and stop YouTube and writing, and that's just not gonna happen. So
Yeah, I get that. I'm the same. I used to do a lot of drawing, and I sort of still can do to the level I stopped doing it at. But I know I've never been able to progress more because at some point I was like, I have other priorities and other hobbies that I want to put first.
yeah, and like I still want to progress. I just don't want to progress that quickly. Like
Yeah, I get it.
I got a bit distracted opening the tab. There's a bunch of comments again now. Crystal wants to be a craft book girly, bullet journal girly, and an outline girly. Instead, I'm just a mess and will always be a mess.
I have become an outline girly, and I will say it's possible. It is possible.
This gives me hope.
If anyone wants to become an outline girly, I did it.
And we're gonna do sprint, 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 because Crystal has to do spelling checks.
Sprint, sprint, sprint.
I'm gonna go for the apple timer.
Nice. Yeah, I need to make more timers again, but I'm a little bit lazy.
Yes, please, we're gonna need some spring ones soon.
Yeah, that's true. I do have spring ones technically, because these were the first ones I was doing. It's like summery, springy. I feel like the lemon one is springtime-ish, maybe.
I always associate it with summer.
Yeah. I kind of go like spring, summer, autumn, winter together.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, 45 minutes. See you soon. that sounds always makes me a little bit hungry.
For apples.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
just
I mean both, but mostly for apples.
nice.
How'd you do?
Did okay. I was doing the transfer of my notes from my manuscript to Notion, and I did 500 words or so of notes. So I've got 3 pages that I'm filling. One is general tech notes, one is world building notes, and then another one is bigger like plot fixes that I'm thinking of as I'm working through these. And I think I got like one more as I was working through some of these. It's not like plot fixes per se, it's just plot ideas that I'm like, I should include this, or that would be a good thing to change, or whatever, like bigger things that I'm like, I need to take a full note of that. And I'm currently at chapter 23 out of 31. So I've made good
Ooh.
progress. Yeah.
You've only just started this past year as well. How are you so fast?
No, it's the 18th of Jan. I've been doing this since the 1st of Jan. I've not just started.
18 days.
Yeah, all I'm doing is taking notes of the tech stuff and everything. And they're still unclassified. I haven't built it out properly yet. This is just me writing down what I wrote and like anything in the manuscript that's relevant into Notion. I'm not classifying it. I'm not organizing it yet. I'm going to do that after. So all I'm doing is like tables, and then I'm making tags so that I can refer back to it later and be like, oh, what do I have in weapons? And then I select only my weapons tag, and then I can see all of them in one go, basically. But it's still, there's a lot to do. It's still a lot of work in progress. I promise it's very slow. I'm not going that quick.
No, that sounds very good though. You know how you're doing those like follow-up Notion world building series videos this year?
Yes.
Do you think you're making any of those anytime soon? Because I'm just thinking I want to steal your system for when I do my book Bible coming up soon.
I definitely will, but I am starting back from scratch. So my first Notion for Writers video that I'll be doing is literally just like the basics on using Notion for people who never used it, because I'm getting tired of seeing all of those videos and people reacting like on TikTok. I'm seeing a lot of people be like, I would never use Notion for this reason and that reason. I'm always like, it's because you're making it too complicated. Notion is just a page at first. You just need a page. It's literally just bullet points and that's it. And then you make it more complex as you go. You're not supposed to start with a complex system. You're supposed to start. It's like starting with your whole bookshelf instead of one book. No, you start with the one book and then you build your bookshelf around it. That's how I would. So I'm sort of making a video at first about just my basic writing setup. And then I'll get into more complicated pages or complex pages, but the world building one is still up there because it's the one I was doing for Project Snowstorm, and that already still exists. So like the how to make a world building gallery, that exists.
Okay, I might just have to go back to that one then.
Yeah.
I read through another 2 chapters.
Nice. How are you feeling?
I don't know. The first of them was pretty good. The second one, not so much.
Okay.
So other way around from last time.
50-50.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely strange. Like, I feel like it's been a year since I last read this. That's like the longest time in a while that I haven't touched book 1. And I can tell I'm a lot more detached from it than normal. Like, I can see the mistakes now.
It's interesting how much we see more as we progress as writers, and it's just like, oh my god, I can do better now.
Like, wait, I used to think this was good.
But you do have to have a limit to it, right? Because you can't just constantly be like, I'll revise this again, I'll revise this again, I'll revise this again. Like, there's a point you have to leave it alone.
Sure.
Marta!
No, I will. Eventually. It's because I'm writing a full trilogy, and like the third book has to be at the same level as the first book, so like, but then I'm never gonna finish
but
the first
also
book.
Okay, you do have to remember a lot of published authors through the traditional publishing pipeline have gone through this, and a lot of fans have been made aware of like, oh my god, there's so much better in book 2 than book 1 because progress happens and it's evident very often. So It's normal.
Yeah, still. Yeah, I mean, I want book 1 to be good enough that people want to read book 2,
Yes.
even if book 2 gets better.
I get that.
And to be fair, objectively, I would say that the minute book 2 is worse, but it's also a lot earlier stages. So.
Fair enough.
What did our friends do? Crystal says, I love that we're living in our realizing our priorities era. Love that for us. Crystal finished the spell check pass on book 2 just in time. And Speak finished scene 4.
Nice.
And we got a line. Madeline slammed the plate down on the bench and continued scrubbing the next. She has no clue about the world out there, and yet she expects me to happily sit here and listen to her talk about going out there like it doesn't eat girls like her and spit their dead bodies back out again. She's too hot-headed for her own good. I love that. I want to know who these characters are. I just want to read the book, basically.
Oh no, he said forgot the first bit.
Oh no! Wait, so this bit first and then the other bit?
I think so.
I swear to God, she has no idea how gruesome the world is to people like us. She reads those stupid stories that fill her head with the idea that anything is possible. Just give it 10 years and then make an author's preferred text edition. I thought that was part of the quote.
I was like, no, I think the bookmark's closed. They closed. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It could have, the first part of that sentence could have been when you read, like, just give it 10 years. You're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, give it 10 years and then make an author's preferred text like Samantha Shannon did. Sure.
I do wonder, like, do people actually read those as like, oh, I should read this version instead of the other version? Because as a linear person who only functions in a linear way, I would be like, no, this is what they wrote first. I would need to read this first.
So would I think, yeah.
Which is a problem, I guess, for authors who are like, I revised it.
Crystal said, sadly, book 1 can never be perfect. I still remember when we tried to read Aragon and Shannon kept telling me he's a better writer by book 3. And Seek doesn't understand.
Which part?
Don't know.
The part about how we got confused between which line was which first, or the Samantha Shannon revision part.
Possibly the Shannon stuff. She revised the books and republished them, so if you're new to the series, this is Spoon season, I'd start with the first book.
Yeah, but I would start with the first version of the first book. I wouldn't read her revised preferred text version because I'd be like, no, you wrote that later. And people's experience of the books and the reason they fell in love with the books and the reason people are recommending me these books is because they read them like this, how you wrote them in the first place. And so I would not want to read the preferred version until later on if I've become a diehard fan and I'm like, oh my God, I wonder what she changed. Otherwise, like, that's because I'm linear and like, I'm like, no, this is the order in which it was written. I have to read it in that order.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like, I am really fucking annoyed at the Duffer Brothers apparently, allegedly, changing things in previous episodes of Stranger Things. I've heard people say that. I don't know if it's true because I did not go to rewatch it to check, but apparently they changed small details and small things in some of the episodes to fix it. And I'm like, what are you doing? No, this is the order in which I watched it first. This is correct. Like, you can't go back and do that.
Yeah, that feels wrong.
Yeah.
Steve doesn't think there's a lot of plot changes, just first stuff. And he read the preferred first book. Yeah. We've been going for 2.25 hours, so do you have any closing thoughts? Do you want to promo your video that went out 2 hours ago?
Go watch my video that just came out 2 hours ago.
I will post the link.
It is just about videos that have given me food for thought and have inspired me in 2025. I wanted to make like a summary video of the video essays I really liked on YouTube, because I really like this concept of people have been doing personal curriculums and trying to teach themselves things through free and accessible means like YouTube. And I feel like there's tons of cool videos out there on different topics. And these were my favorite ones of 2025. So I just thought I would make a quick little top 5 video on those. And I will be posting again on Sunday next week, because I am trying to be good and posting every Sunday. So
Do we know what next Sunday's video is going to be?
I'm not entirely sure, because I have 2 I could edit. So I need to have that debate with myself first and decide what will be posted first. So sorry.
Fair enough.
Although it could be the Notion for Writers beginning session, like the first one.
Yes, please. Although I'm not sure that one would be that useful for me, but still.
Probably not. I think, although I will go through my setup as well. I do a house tour, but you know.
Oh, I feel like that would be enough. I'll just like pause it at your setup and like copy it.
But I also
That's
wanted
all
to
I
go
need.
through, basically I do a house tour and then I'm like, how to make this setup. That's it.
Okay. Steek's clothing store this one more sprint. This request has been denied.
No.
Crystal's clothing store is nap time, which I agree with. Looking over my spelling has just made me tired. I swear I'm being gaslit by the program I'm using, where I swear I know how to spell a word and it's saying it's wrong. Everything is fine. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the chat joining and also for Malin joining.
Thank you for having me.
See you at some point.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye. Do we have to wait for a long time?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Keep waving.